Yeah, that I love that answer. There's a really good one because, like I said, sometimes in the moment when like you're having a really heated debate, and like, and sometimes I'm like the type like immediately, like I want to try to like solve it, but then at the same time your emotions are running high, and like, and I guess just like it's like hard because like as a Christian, like it talks about like don't let the sun go down in anger, and like with wrath in your heart or whatever, like something like that. Sorry if you're watching this Bible study guy and you want to call me out on misquoting it, but that is something like that. But let's just don't let it go. Don't go. Don't go with like a mean, I guess, like anger lesson before you go to sleep kind of thing. And but sometimes it is best to just let time go by and just letting things cool down, and like you said, writing it out, like how you feel, and definitely trying to put it in the best way possible. Like I know I've done that before where like I'll write a letter out and then like I'll read it out to them out loud, just because sometimes like if I give it to them and they read it, they may think like wow, like that it could come off differently. So I guess just like making sure my tone sounds right, and then also trying to still correct, like my writing, like I said, making sure that it sounds, genuine, because like you want to work on making that friendship work, and you don't want to see a friendship that's lasted so long to just die over something so little. And so just making sure, like you said, asking them like, what can I do to make this right? What can I do to make it better, to where something like this doesn't happen again, or if something, a heated debate happens again, like how can we do things better and differently. So just definitely like I said, like we mentioned earlier, just everything's like a learning experience. Like so whenever it comes to being betrayed, being hurt, or if you're the one hurting somebody, or if you're the one that's really doing wrong. And like I said, usually both people are in the wrong, and both people just have to uh, be willing to make it work, and to be willing to be open and honest about it, and just letting it out, and just really trying to build that friendship and find ways to move forward. So last year, just definitely just working on yourself, and just knowing what to do for the next time.
Right. I agree.
So, yeah, so my last topic is going to actually be a little bit more of a positive kind of question. So, who is like the longest? Oh, I'm trying to think of how to ask this. Like, what is the longest friendship that you've had, and like, how long have you been friends with this person?
Mm, my longest friendship would probably be my friend Sabrina, friends for 20 years. So, yeah,
Wow.
I moved schools um, between kindergarten and first grade. So I started first grade in a different school. And I was in cheerleading. Mom put me in cheerleading so I could make friends at the new school. And we were on the cheerleading squad together. And we've been best friends ever since.
Oh, that's amazing.
Be here next couple of months. So, yeah.
Nice. So, like, so it's good that y'all still have that friendship and y'all still get to keep up with one another and all that. So, and especially, I love hearing friendships, of people that you met way back in elementary days. Like, so I think that's always great because, like, so I never really exactly had that. Like, I've had people that I've known since elementary, but like, I was never like best friends with that person. Like, I don't think I had a true friend really until like high school. And I think my first friends, it was these this twins that came from Georgia, and they moved over here to Alabama. Their names were Cliff and Christy, and they were a grade above me in school, and I've known them for 14 years now. So those were like my first friends. But then like I guess like my first like really like close best friend would probably be Devin, who which I've known him for 13 years now. I've met him because he is originally from New York, and he moved down here. And like I said, I met him my junior year of high school, and he was actually a grade above me as well. So as I met him, through my first friend Cliff. So last they were friends, so we met that way, and and ever since then, like, so I still keep up with all three of them. Like, I don't really see Cliff and Christy as much, just because Cliff is now married. He has a son, and keeps a little bit more busy. But I mean, I still keep up with him on social media. Same with his twin sister. And then with Devin, I still see him. We still go on a few trips. We still hang out every now and then, not like we used to, but we're now older. He has a girlfriend now, and that's just
God, I was like dying when I saw that. Not trying to cut you off, but I was just like, oh my God, baby girl.
yeah, exactly. I was glad to to see that he has been with her. Like, I think they met at his current job. He works at Publix, so like, so they work there together, and he's been with her for I think maybe 7 months now. I think they've been together since like December. So like, I'm glad to see that. And I go to the same church as them, so I see them at church. And I said it's definitely good. So I've definitely had some bumpy roads, like with him, and with even my other friends. Like, I'm sure with Cliff and Christy, I've had bumps before, but we still.
I'm caught in the middle of y'all's one of y'all's bumps. I remember.
Yeah, yeah. During those times at the basement, I feel like I was in a really bad place, like, I guess mentally, and I guess I took it out a lot on people. And he was actually the one that told me I was being verbally abusive. So I actually needed to hear that, because and I actually just talked to him about that a couple months ago. I'm not sure if he remembered telling me that, but I only remember it because that's just such a big word to use. And but at the same time, it was very impactful in a way, just because it made me want to do better with my communication. So, yeah, so to this day, like, I'm still friends with all three of them, and I still keep up with them. And I cherish the friendship memories that I've had with them, and hopefully memories that I will continue to make with them.
Oh,
So, so yeah, listen, I definitely appreciate, like, my other friends that I've made after that. As far as you and like I said, I definitely Caitlin from the basement, who we met. I'm definitely good friends with her. And I still keep up with Tasha. I still see McKenna, her posts, and I see Donna. I see things that she's been up to. So for the most part, that's like the very few that I keep up with. But even like my friends outside of the basement, and maybe coworkers that I used to work with. So I definitely cherish all of my friendships. And I definitely, even if we don't speak every day, whoever may be watching is friend, I'd still appreciate you, and I still cherish you as a friend. And I'm definitely grateful to have you in my life, and I'm glad that I still, thank goodness for technology, because last I'm glad to be able to see people's lives and what they're up to and all that. So definitely love friendships.
yes, friends are honestly one of the best parts of life. They definitely enrich our lives and make all of our moments better. I have friends who are more like family than my own family. Actually, most of my friends are more like family than my own family, unfortunately. Anyone knows how important friends are. It's definitely me. Good friends can be all the difference in a happy and healthy life, honestly. Having that support system, and hearing, receiving, I should say, love from people who don't have to, who aren't obligated by birthright to love you, who choose you just because you're you, is something very, very special and very profound. And if you are lucky enough to find it once, much less multiple times, then you are rich.
Yes, absolutely. Like I said, definitely when your friends become your family, like I said, that's just such a beautiful picture. And just seeing how, like I said, they get to walk with you through certain things. And like I said, if you definitely have a friend out there, whether you have just one friend, that you're really close to, just definitely cherish that because not everybody can find that one true friend. Some people just have friends, kind of like what you were mentioning earlier. Some people may just do it for the attention of social media, just thinking, like, oh, I'm friends with this person and all of that. So let's just definitely finding some real, true, genuine people is definitely it can be hard, but like so once you find those kind of people, just definitely never let those people go because it's definitely amazing.
I agree.
Yeah, so that is going to be it on my topic of friendship. I want to thank Dreama again for being here. I loved having her on here, and I'm going to be, glad to have her back. She's going to be on here for at least a couple more topics that I know of, and yeah, I look forward to having her back. And if uh if you like this video, be sure to give me a like on YouTube on my YouTube page, Not Your Average Joel, or if you're watching this through Facebook, be sure to give me a like there as well. And I also have an Instagram page called Not Your Average Joel Podcast. So you can, follow me there and you can give me, a like there. I definitely would appreciate the support. And anyway, like so I think that is going to be it. So I am going to uh, call it a night. And I hope that everybody has a good rest of your night. And I will talk to y'all later.